Building wealth boils down to 3 steps: earn, save, and invest. The first 2 steps are easy enough to understand, if not to do. Get a stable job, live below your means so that you have something left to save. Investing is a tricky bit. In today's video, I'll be sharing how you can invest your savings in 2024. By the end of this video, you'll have the skills you need to make your own investment decisions and finally start making financial progress. Now, make sure you watch till the very end as you don't want to miss some of the key pre-investing tips. Hello and welcome to Financial Freedom Kenya. I am Manyara Kirago and I have been a personal finance professional for the last 2 decades. If you need help to ensure you get the best outcome with your finances, I am available for your support. Please check my do-it-yourself online course, my one-on-one financial freedom coaching, and the Eternity Real Estate program from the links in the description below. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and share it with anybody you think may benefit from it. Also, ring the bell icon to be notified each time I post a new video. Done? Great, let's jump right into the video. The first thing you want to keep in mind as you dive into the world of investing is never to put all your eggs in one basket. No matter how promising an investment is, there will always be some risk, which is heightened if you are too exposed. Instead, you want to spread your lump sum across several investments. A well-diversified portfolio is a healthy portfolio. That said, we'll focus on the best investments you want to consider for your portfolio. The first thing you need to do is pay off high-interest debts. Now that you have a high-interest loan you're servicing, it almost makes no sense to invest your lump sum. And that is because the interest you have to pay will likely be higher than the returns you'll potentially make. Plus, in the long term, you'll have paid more towards your debt than frankly necessary. So, your number one investment should be clearing your high-interest debt first, if you have any. Once you've taken care of debt, then you can get the most out of the other investments we are going to talk about in this video. Number 2, save for emergencies in unit trust funds. If you were to wake up to a layoff letter today, how long would you keep up with your current lifestyle before you buckle under the pressure? Unfortunately, losing a job is not the only emergency you should be worrying about. There are lots of unforeseen expenses like car repairs, medical emergencies, home repairs, maintenance, etc. This can quickly throw you into financial disarray. That is, if you don't have money set aside for this kind of situations. So, once you have paid off your expensive debt, you want to build or top up your emergency fund. Now, the point of an emergency fund is being able to access it if and when you need it. However, leaving it in your bank is probably not the best idea, as it will lose some of its purchasing power thanks to inflation. The best place to save your emergency fund is in a unit trust fund. Basically, a unit trust is a pooled investment with exposure to bonds and stocks. This fund is split into units, kind of like shares, which is what you buy as the investors. Each unit is made up of all the investments contained within the fund, and all the profits the fund makes are distributed to the investors based on the number of units held. Not only does putting your money in a unit trust potentially earn you an income, but your money remains easily accessible when you need it. Number 3, grow your wealth with government securities and money market funds. Once you have your debt situation and emergency fund figured out, you can use the rest of your lump sum on wealth-building investments. The first kind of investment is debt securities, whose main purpose is to provide regular passive income. As you probably know, one key way to build wealth is by diversifying your income streams. The more income streams you have, the more secure you will be. Now, for debt securities, you will focus on 2 main investments. One is money market funds. This is a short-term debt security that invests in highly liquid assets such as cash and cash equivalents as well as short-term debt securities. Assets under a money market fund are usually high quality with low volatility, which makes money market funds so attractive to investors. That said, if you are looking for a longer-term debt security with higher interest rate, then you want to consider Kenya government bonds. Currently, the Kenya government offers a 10-year bond with an incredible yield of 18.454%. So how does a government bond work? A government bond is a type of debt security where you, the investor, loans the borrower, usually the government, money in exchange for an interest. Upon maturity, the government pays you back your principal. But until then, you will receive periodical interest payments, usually once or twice a year. For the longest time, investors have used bonds to diversify their portfolios and mitigate losses during periods of negative equity returns. That's because treasury bonds are some of the safest investments out there, as they are backed by the government, which cannot default. Number 4, generate passive income and build long-term financial security with rental properties. Lastly, depending on how much money you started out with and how much you have left, venture into real estate. After all, history has shown that property values tend to go up over time. By buying and holding multi-unit rental property, you can actually generate good returns over the years and grow your net worth. Aside from the long-term property appreciation, rental units provide financial security, come with tax advantages, and are a great hedge against inflation, which, by the way, shot up from 5.20 in December 2019, which is right before the lockdown, to 7.8% as of November 2023. But perhaps the best part of multi-unit rentals is the fact that they can give you a consistent source of passive income. In fact, rental real estate is as passive as it gets. All in all, while the real estate market isn't without its challenges, you can never go wrong with property if done right. If you have a large enough income to buy your own or invest in rental property, don't hesitate to do so. With that said, investing is a skill that you can hone and sharpen with time. But as long as you have the basics figured out, you're good to go. So here are the basics to keep in mind while investing. Aside from diversification, which cannot be overemphasized, you also want to know your financial goals. What do you want to achieve in the short term and the long term? For instance, buying a home in 3 to 5 years is a short-term goal. Saving for retirement or your children's college while they're still young, these are long-term goals. When you know your goals, you can select your investments much more wisely. Number 2, understand your risk tolerance. How does the thought of losing 50,000 shillings in an investment feel? How about 100,000 or 500,000? If investing, say 100,000 in the stock market gives you sleepless nights with the slightest fluctuations, giving your heart palpitations, it's safe to say you're in way over your head. Unless you're a seasoned investor with high risk appetite, you won't go for more conservative assets that will provide you lower but more steady returns. Determine your time horizon. That's another thing you need to do. You don't want to invest money which you will need in the next couple of months or years in an investment that you should hold for, say, a decade. Doing so might not only cost you your potential returns, but also it will cost you huge fees and early withdrawal penalties. Another thing you need to do is evaluate your financial situation now. How much are you earning? What's your debt situation? How about your expenses? More importantly, do you have an emergency fund? All these things matter in the kind of investments you pick and how much of your lump sum you want to actually invest. Don't forget to understand the tax implications. Investing comes with some tax implications, and different tax laws apply to different investments. So make sure you know what obligations apply to your investments. In fact, consult a tax advisor if you have to. Now, if you want to learn more about how to build your wealth in the years ahead while avoiding common pitfalls, then what you want to do is watch my free training, How to Grow Your Wealth and Attain Financial Freedom. Click the link in the description below and you will get immediate access to the training video. Click the link and watch it now. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon for more. Thank you very much for watching.